Well, now, the discovery of an ancient shipwreck is always exciting, but once it's found, sinking it again is the last thing you might expect. But that's exactly what's happened to an Elizabethan merchant ship, which has now been transported to a new home in Leicestershire.
The so-called Gresham ship had been 6 metres underwater at a lake in Portsmouth, but now its 400-year-old skeleton is being kept at the Stoney Cove National Diving Centre near Hinckley, where it will be used as an underwater classroom. Our correspondent Jane Hesketh went to take a look.
Underwater archaeologists brought this historic shipwreck to the surface piece by piece. She might not look much, but this is a rare example of an Elizabethan merchant ship, the sort that would have been sailing British waters around the same time as the Mary Rose. This is what she might have looked like in her heyday. It's thought the ship belonged to one of Elizabeth I's advisors, Sir Thomas Gresham. His crest was found on one of the cannons.
We don't exactly know its name, and we don't exactly know how she was lost, but the time period is really important. We're talking about a vessel that probably sank sometime after 1570, which actually we don't have many ships of that age in UK waters that certainly have been recovered like this one has.
It was only discovered by accident in 2003. The remnants were taken to a lake in Portsmouth, but organisms in the salt water were eating away at the timbers, so it's been brought here to Stoney Cove Diving Centre in Leicestershire to preserve it as an underwater museum. The largest section is 8 metres long and weighs 5 tonnes, so the whole ship would have been incredibly heavy. There are 30,000 recreational divers who come to Stoney Cove every year, and without doubt this wreck will be the star attraction. But it'll also be an underwater classroom where they'll use it to teach divers how to spot and record historical material.
We need a large community of recreational divers who know how to recognise when something's important or whether it's old, and also to know where they found it, where did they see it, and then obviously to report that information to the authorities, because things can only be protected if you know where they are.
And there are lots of undiscovered wrecks out there. The latest estimate by the Nautical Archaeology Society is 500,000, but they only have 40 archaeologists with the skills to find them. Jane Hesketh at Stoney Cove in Leicestershire for Central Tonight.
Bring him to the Midlands, I say. We've got plenty of room for them.
Indeed. What an amazing classroom as well.
Yeah. Now,